Welcome to 2019, everybody. My name is Amy Magnus. I'm the Director of Compliance here at A.N. Derringer, and I've been asked to give you a quick review of 2018. But before we go there, let's look pre-2018. Pre-2018 was the year of the alphabet. We had ACE, we had FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, we had USDA, we had APHIS, we had all the PGAs, all the partnering government agencies that were coming into ACE. So we spent a lot of time doing that pre-2018. Now, 2018 is the year of numbers. We had 201, 232, 301. We had tranche 1, 2, and 3, and we were threatened to have tranche 4. We also had section 321. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Does anybody know what happened here in 2018? Well, I can start to explain some of it if you're interested. Let's start with 201. That started early in 2018, and it only involved washing machines and solar panels. So not that many people got themselves all worked up about it, unless of course you were an importer of washing machines and solar panels. Then, you might have been affected. The excuse for this duty, which was an additional duty that was levied on those particular products, the excuse was that it was harming domestic industry and therefore the tariffs needed to be raised on those particular products. So solar cells in the first year were 30% additional duty. That's kind of a lot. And washing machines 20% in the first year. So that's a lot of duty in the early part of 2018. The next fun that we had in 2018 was 232. This one started to really impact more because this one was a duty that was assigned to steel and aluminum. And the excuse used for that one was, and I have to say excuse because I'm still having a hard time wrapping my mind around why these duties help national security. But I think the argument was that the steel and aluminum producers in the United States were not producing what they should, and this is the kind of commodity that might be needed for national security. So in the wisdom of the government, they upped the duties on steel to 25% and 10% on aluminum. Now this was in March time frame of 2018, and it might not have been so bad because when it was first issued, when the proclamation by the president was first issued, it didn't include steel from Canada and Mexico. Now, we import an awful lot of steel from Canada and Mexico, I'm just saying. So at the same time that this business was going on of this duties, there was the threat that if the NAFTA negotiations didn't go well, that both Canada and Mexico would also have the same 25% and 10% duties, which is exactly what ended up happening in June of 2018. So there we are. We now have these two duties, and they affected people. And in addition to the duties, we also had quota restrictions, which we hadn't seen in an awful long time. But in 2018, we breathed new life into quota. So steel from Argentina, Australia, Brazil, and South Korea all became subject to quota in 2018. And we had to dust off a lot of the old quota rules. People had totally forgotten how to handle quota entries. But it happened, we did it, and there we are. So I think the question when we look forward into 2019, one of the important questions as it pertains to this particular duty is, will Canada and Mexico ultimately be relieved of this duty obligation? It's an unanswered question. We don't know. But I know that as negotiations continue, that is certainly on the table, and it's certainly something that people are looking at. So tranche 3 was then issued in September 24th. So you can see that